coach of the livestock judging team at Ohio State University. This video here on JudgingPro.com will focus on balance and freshness in market hogs. Balance is a somewhat ambiguous term, but for me, I clarify it in meaning that a pig fits and matches as we study them from the side. They should be tall-shouldered, level from their back to their hip, and set high at the base of their tail. Some other things that can aid in balance is whenever they're deep and soft through their rear rib and flank without being too fat. And also, in my opinion, bone size really helps with balance as well. Here, the black bear that's driving on the screen is a bit low fronted. It's partly because he's too straight in his shoulder blade, which we talked about structure in another video. Consequently, then he keeps his head too low, and that really throws off his balance. He is deep and soft in his flank, fairly level out through his hip. And he's adequate in terms of bone size. The white bear here is really tall-shouldered and long-bodied. Unfortunately though, he's too cut up in his rear rib and flank. He gets a bit steeper out of his hip, and personally I'd like to see this guy a bit stouter in terms of his foot and bone. Here, the wide belted bear is really deep and soft middle, especially back in his flank. He's pretty level down his top line, set fairly high out through his tail. Unfortunately though, he's probably got a little bit too much finish on him, and consequently he gets a bit too waisty down through the lower part of his body, and that guy too could be just a notch stouter about his feature in terms of his bone work. The black bear driving here is a tall-shouldered, good-fronted one. He's long and clean from his blade forward. He's one that's pretty level from the top side of his shoulder back through his hip and set high in his tail. To me, he's pretty much optimal in terms of his body depth, and I really like his bone size to match how much mass he has as well. You've just seen several clips that show a lot of differences in balance. Some other terms that you might hear from judges are fresh and stale. They're a little bit ambiguous as well. But just to clarify, fresh means that a pig doesn't look like they've been held. It looks like they might still be growing, that they're kind of at their optimal level of maturity. I began looking at freshness by studying pigs at the top of their shoulder blade. I want that chine bone to be set in deep, right in between those shoulder blades. Hair and skin also really can help with freshness. The hair and skin needs to look like it's been worked with and moisturized rather than being maybe sunburned or dry and cracking. All of these things really help make a pig look extremely high quality.